Mongolia, about 70 million years ago. These river systems created an ideal habitat for the fauna which mostly had omnivorous feeding behaviors. This environment resembled a contemporary large low-gradient alluvial fan or an inland delta. In this ecosystem, dinosaurs here likely consumed a variety of plants as well as small animals, such as fish and the smallest subsiding on insects. Deinocheirus, an omnivorous ornithomid. In recent years, paleontologists have come to the conclusion that the largest Deinocheirus specimens could reach lengths of up to 36 feet and weigh approximately 7.2 short tons. Despite its considerable bulk, Deinocheirus could have possessed numerous hollow bones that contributed to a reduction in weight. The only identified skull, associated with the largest individual, measures 3.36 feet from the front to the back. Notably, the widest section of the skull, located behind the eyes, is merely 9.1 inches across. Deinocheirus is recognized for having some of the longest forelimbs among bipedal dinosaurs. The forelimbs of the Deinocheirus measure approximately 7.9 feet in length, with the humerus estimated to be around 36.9 inches and the hand measuring about 30 inches, which includes 7.7-inch recurved claws. Each shoulder girdle is roughly 5 feet long. The shoulder blade is characterized by its long and narrow shape, while the crest for the chest is notably pronounced and triangular. The unique structure of the skull suggests that Deinocheirus possessed a more specialized diet compared to other ornithomimids. Its beak resembled that of ducks, implying that it may have foraged in aquatic environments or grazed close to the ground, similar to certain sauropods and hadrosaurs. The muscle attachment points responsible for jaw movement were relatively small in relation to the skull's size, indicating that Deinocheirus likely had a limited bite force. This skull morphology was probably suited for harvesting soft vegetation found in undergrowth or aquatic settings. Deinocheirus fossils have been found in Mongolia. The animal's broad claws likely assisted it in preventing sinking into the substrate while wading. Its sturdy hind limbs and hip structure suggest a slow mode of movement. The considerable size of the creature may have offered some defense against predators like tarbosaurus, although this size may have compromised its speed compared to other ornithomimosaurs. Additionally, the elongated neural spines and potential tail fan could have served a purpose in display behaviors. Deinocheirus possessed the most extensively pneumatized skeleton among ornithomimosaurs. While pneumatization is believed to confer benefits for flight in contemporary birds, its role in non-avian dinosaurs remains uncertain. Some hypotheses suggest that pneumatization may have served to decrease the weight of large bones, which is particularly relevant given the massive size of Deinocheirus. Additionally, it may be linked to elevated metabolic rates, improved balance during movement, or even thermoregulation. Tarbosaurus, a carnivorous tyrannosaurid. Tarbosaurus, while slightly smaller than Tyrannosaurus, ranks among the largest of the tyrannosaurids. It measured around 33 feet in length, stood approximately 9.8 feet tall at the hips, and could weigh between 5 and 5.5 short tons. Some adult specimens were somewhat smaller, likely weighing between 2.4 and 3.7 short tons. Notably, the largest known Tarbosaurus skull measures about 4.4 feet in length, surpassing the skulls of all other tyrannosaurids except for that of Tyrannosaurus. Stress fractures typically arise from continuous trauma rather than isolated incidents, making them more frequently associated with habitual activities than with other forms of injury. In the study, none of the 18 Tarbosaurus foot bones analyzed exhibited signs of stress fractures. However, 1 out of the 10 hand bones examined did show evidence of such an injury. The presence of stress fractures in the hands carries distinct behavioral implications compared to those in the feet, as hand fractures may occur during running or migration, while injuries to the hands are more commonly linked to interactions with struggling prey. Tarbosaurus fossils have been found in Mongolia and China. Tarbosaurus translates to alarming lizard in Greek. The species name is actually a misspelling of the Mongolian word beta, which signifies hero. Tarbosaurus exhibited large auditory nerves, indicating a strong capacity for hearing that likely facilitated both communication and spatial awareness. Additionally, the presence of a well-developed vestibular component suggests that this dinosaur possessed a keen sense of balance and coordination. Conversely, the structures related to vision were notably smaller and less developed. The midbrain tectum, which plays a crucial role in visual processing among reptiles, was quite diminutive in Tarbosaurus, as were the optic nerve and the oculomotor nerve responsible for eye movement. The Tarbosaurus approaches the pond where the unsuspecting Deinocheirus are present. The presence of the Tarbosaurus may cause some suppression among the Deinocheirus, yet they remain unalarmed, as they possess the strength to confront a Tarbosaurus independently. This strength will be challenged when a Tarbosaurus selects a Deinocheirus to confront and potentially consume as its prey, yet this Deinocheirus won't go down without a fight. Deinocheirus was unsuccessful in deterring the Tarbosaurus, which may have only intensified the leader's aggression. This situation could potentially benefit the Deinocheirus, as high-stress scenarios can occasionally impair careful decision-making. However, another Deinocheirus stands up to the enraged Tarbosaur. The Deinocheirus achieved victory over the tarbosaurus due to a critical mistake made by the latter, positioning itself directly in the path of the Deinocheirus's formidable claws.